Hey guys, yeah, I've been here since about 10:02, so almost an hour. Um, I know I should have done this beforehand, but I was putting my stuff away, kind of settling in, and just killing some time walking around, getting myself mentally ready for today. Because despite it being a 4.5 hour shift, you sometimes that 4.5 hours can feel like an eternity if it's really busy. But anyway, I wanted to come on here and do a channel update as far as my work schedule is concerned and how it's going to affect my channel here. Now, again, like I said, I could have done this earlier, except like I said, I was settling in, I'm getting myself mentally ready for work and stuff. And when you look here, I was walking across the sidewalk several times, and basically, um, I kept trying to do the video, but every time I'd be starting it, cars would just rapidly start coming by. And the reason I would keep pausing to the point that I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait until I go over to the park when it's clear of other people and do my filming there. And the reason I did that is basically because, as I've mentioned in other videos, like my Topics on My Mind video yesterday, there are people that will get in their cars, that will be driving their cars, and just to be jerks/trolls, they will honk their horns or roll down their windows and yell out the windows while they're driving just to disturb your video that you're recording or live streaming because they feel like it. And again, they feel like being jerks/trolls. So I decided to wait it out. I decided to wait till the park was a little bit clear. And that's why I'm now doing it. But anyway, let's talk about the channel update as far as my work schedule goes for my channel. Okay, so this is the time of year where my job, my company, and I'm guessing the same with other retail companies like Target and Kohl's and all them, Best Buy, where they start to kind of cut back on hours, mostly with their established staff, as well as maybe some newcomers, but mostly their established staff. The reason for this is, again, we're hiring people, we're hiring people on seasonally, if not permanently. As well as it's the end of the year, so it's a bit of a cost cut. It's a bit of a cost cutting measure to kind of, I would assume, in my opinion, balance the books for the end of the year, so they can get ready for the taxes that the company has to pay forward next year. Just like a lot of us have to do taxes and sometimes pay it forward, they're going to have to, companies like my job and Target and all them have to do the same thing. So that's one of the reasons, in my opinion, why they're cutting back on hours, so they can balance out the books and they can be ready for tax season at the beginning of next year, and have everything in order. Sorry about that. Somebody was walking by that just came from my job or shop there, bought some stuff. But anyway, that's basically, in my opinion, why they're cutting back on hours. Not only because we're hiring new people seasonally and permanently, but they're also trying to cut back on costs to balance out the books for the end of the year going into tax season next year. So that's just my opinion as to why hours are being cut. Now, what this has to do with me and my work schedule, and as far as it affects my YouTube channel, well, it's real simple. You see, yesterday I did 9:30 to 5:30, so I had to take the 7:30 bus to come here around 8:17, and just like today, kill some time eating breakfast, settling in, getting my mind mentally ready for work and all that, and doing videos. So basically I had about 73 minutes of free time on my hands. Just like today, I had about 88 to 87 minutes of free time on my hands when I got here around 10:02 a.m., 10:03 a.m. Now, with that said, tomorrow, no, what I'm trying to say, with that said, today it's 4.5 hours. It's 11:30 to 4, 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I'll be getting off at 4, but the thing is, unless I can get a dial-a-ride, which right now, because I don't have no minutes to call with, because I do use Straight Talk, or Straight Talk / track phone, I just gotta wait for about an hour until the 502 bus comes and go from there. Now, that's also beneficial because just like with lunch, my lunch hour, I can catch the bus that now has Wi-Fi, the START buses as they're called, which is srt.org. That's the website, srt.org. The START buses now have Wi-Fi. It started with the big buses that like commuter buses and community buses that go to like MJC, Modesto Junior College, Modesto, Garrison, Wesley, and all that. It started with them, and now it's transferred over to the smaller buses to where if you have Wi-Fi on your phone or Wi-Fi capability on your phone, you can now use the Wi-Fi without any problem. Hey, if you have a laptop and you have homework to do and you're going to college or something like that, there's an answer to prayer there. But anyway, point that I'm getting at, sorry about that. Some people were riding on the bikes there. I thought they were going to come into the park. You know, being safe, not taking any chances. But like I said, there's an answer to prayer there. Now, like I said, today I do 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So even though I got to wait an hour, 62 minutes that is, for the bus, again, that's another benefit about adding content to my channel, because just like with my lunch hour, when I do 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, my lunch hour, I'll be able to do another video or two during that time frame to add to my channel. And because the START buses have Wi-Fi, I'll be able to, hopefully without any problem, upload my video to my channel. Now, with that said, what about the rest of the week? Well, tomorrow, my work schedule is 10:30 to 5:30, which means I'll, again, like today, I gotta take the 9:15. However, the positive that I look at, as crazy as it sounds, is I won't have to kill that much time, because by the time I get here around 10:02, 10:03, I will have 28 to 27 minutes to go. So I'll be perfectly fine. If I do a video, that's great, but I think most of my time will be spent just inside the store, depending on the weather, getting myself ready to clock in and work. And I'll still be able to do a video, hopefully, because I get a lunch that day. I get a 1 hour lunch, I believe. Now, with that said, what about the rest of the week? Well, just like last Thursday and Friday, I'm doing 11:45 to 4:15 this Thursday and Friday. So basically what that means is when my mom goes to work around 5:25 on Thursday, I'll have the house to myself. I mean, she goes to work at 5:25 tomorrow anyway, so I'll have the house to myself for a little bit longer than today, but I'll have the house to myself a lot more on Thursday and Friday. Maybe a little less on Friday than Thursday, because last Friday I thought, oh, she's going to leave around 4:45, because she usually leaves about 20 minutes later, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes later than usual, because she doesn't have to be at work till 7:30. So I'm thinking, oh, I'll have the place to myself, not a problem, it'll be just like Thursday, just down by 20-25 minutes. Nope. What happened was my mom had a training, an all-day training, so the kids were obviously out, the preschool kids that is, at her job. So she and the rest of the teachers had an all-day training, which meant she didn't have to go to work till 8 a.m., which meant she didn't have to leave the house till about 6:25, 6:30. And even though that kind of downed me by, I would say, an hour, 50 minutes, it was still not a problem because it still felt like I had a lot of time on my hands. Now, as far as this Thursday and Friday go, hopefully this Friday, that won't be the case, and I'll be able to have the place to myself from about 5:30, 5:45 to about 10:55 when I would leave. Now, on top of that, what about the following week? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. You see, tomorrow I do 10:30 to 5:30. Well, that time, those hours are going to be switched over to Monday, at least for next week. Because this Monday, this upcoming Monday, I'll be going in an hour later than I did yesterday, which means I'll be doing the 10:30, 5:30, at least as far as I know right now, this Monday. Now, what that also means is next Tuesday, I'll have the same schedule as today, which is 11:30 to 4. But then we get to Wednesday, a week from tomorrow. And that's where it gets really interesting. That's where it gets really interesting because next Wednesday, tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, I should say, I'm not scheduled, as far as I know right now, to work at all. I'm not. I am not scheduled to work. So, what does that mean? Well, that means basically from 5:25 in the morning to, I would say, 6 o'clock at night, I will have the house to myself all day. All day. Now, I am going to let you guys in on this. Next week, a week from this Friday is the 14th, so on the 21st, I think it's the 21st. No, wait a minute, the 13th. No, the 20th. That's right, the 20th, because Friday is, oh my God, this Friday is Friday the 13th. Holy smokes. I bet some cable channels are going to do some Friday the 13th marathons. Oh, what a Christmas gift that is. But anyway, like I was saying, this Friday, a week from this Friday, which is the 20th, because Friday is the 13th, but a week from this Friday, which is the 20th, will be my mom's last day at work before she goes on Christmas vacation. And the Christmas vacation, as far as I know, is a 2-week deal, as far as I know. So she will have, basically, officially, if you don't count Saturday and Sunday, which is the 21st and the 22nd, if you don't count Saturday and Sunday, she will have from the 23rd to, she will have from the 23rd to, I believe, if I calculate this right, because like I say, if you don't count the 21st and the 22nd, a week from the 21st is the 28th. A week from the 22nd is the 29th. So if you don't count the 21st and the 28th, or the 21st, if you don't count the 21st, the 22nd, the 28th, and the 29th, then she will have from the 23rd, Monday through Friday, to, we know New Year's is on Wednesday, so that's the 1st. We know Thursday is the 2nd. We know Friday is the 3rd. We know she will have basically from the Monday through Friday wise, again, if you exclude the weekends, that being Saturday and Sunday, she will have, from a Monday through Friday perspective, from December 23rd to January 5th. Well, actually, not January 5th. She will actually have from December 23rd, because again, we know the first is Wednesday, we know the second is Thursday, we know the third is Friday. So she will have basically from a Monday through Friday, I can say this, from a Monday through Friday perspective, excluding the weekends, Saturday and Sunday that is, from a Monday through Friday perspective, she will have Christmas vacation from the 23rd to January 3rd. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Sorry for a bit of the rambling. But basically, during that time, and how my schedule works out, work-wise, it's going to be very intriguing. Because if I maintain the schedule I got now in some way, even during that time frame, like I said, even during that time frame, which it looks like I will, it's going to be interesting. It really is. Because I do plan to film the countdown to 2020 with whatever environment I'm in. I do plan to get some Christmas related stuff as well filmed. So on Christmas Day and even Christmas Eve. So there's that. Now, here's the thing. You're probably wondering again, how does this have to do with my work schedule? Well, like I said, if my schedule maintains the way it is now, then it's going to be really interesting. Now, here's what's even more interesting. Hear me out on this. Okay? Here's what's more interesting. Now, like I said, this Thursday and Friday is the same like last Thursday and Friday. 11:45, 4:15. And then, like I said, Monday is 10:30 to 5:30. They're basically swapping tomorrow's time scheduling or schedule onto Monday. And then a week from tomorrow, I'm off. And then on Thursday and Friday of next week, it's the same as this week and last week, 11:45 to 4:15. But then here's where it gets interesting. On the day my mom's vacation officially starts, which is at the end of the 20th and mostly all day the 23rd, I do a full shift, 8:30 to 5:30. But then, get this, I do 11:30 to 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Then of course we're off Christmas, which makes sense. Then I do noon to 4 on the day after Christmas, and then I think I go and do 11:45 to 4:15 or 11:45 to 4 on the 27th. Now I ask you this, despite how I'm going to work that around, because that's when my mom will also be on vacation, I ask you this: what sense does it make? What sense does it actually make to schedule somebody 8 hours the day before Christmas Eve, and then just schedule that person 4.5 hours on Christmas Eve, one of the busiest shopping days of the year, because a lot of people are getting last minute stuff for gifts, food, you name it. What sense does that make? It doesn't, right? It doesn't make any sense, which is why I'm hoping if I can talk to somebody today, I can switch that around and say, I'll do 11:34 on Monday, because it makes more sense to do 8:30 to 5:30 on Tuesday, because everybody's going to be there and you need all the help you can get. It makes more sense to do that. But again, I bring this up because on the days I do have to work later, like let's say on the 26th and the 27th, I can get up early enough to where even if my mom takes me to work, if she decides to take me to work, I can get up early enough to do some vids and everything, get some time to myself, because she normally wakes up about maybe not noon, but mainly around 8:30, 9, 9:30, depending on how she feels. So, I look at the fact that, I should say, I look at the fact that I'm still going to be able to do some content. It's just like I did before in the past. I'm going to have to be quiet about it. Like, I may have to do a live stream laying on my bed or sitting on my bed. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, I don't know what the week after is going to be like. And that's the week of New Year's. So I don't know what that's going to be like. I do know for certain that there's no doubt I'll be working New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is another story. And that is on a Wednesday, so they may have me work that day too. But if they have me coming in later that day, that might be a benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of us like to party on New Year's Eve, especially countdown to the new year. But I'll have to wait and see this Friday exactly what's in store, or even next Monday, what's in store schedule-wise for me, and how that's going to affect my channel. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here. I know I sound like I rambled a little bit, and I do apologize. But I wanted to just come on here, let you know what's happening with this channel, especially this week and in the upcoming weeks. And as far as my work schedule goes, and even my mom's vacation goes, let guys know how the things are going to work out, how it's going to affect the channel, what I'll be able to do and maybe not do, and just see where we go from there. But that's about it, guys. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I got to go in and clock into work right now, and I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. I am out.